Have you seen the cover of the Post yesterday? Have you seen the cover of the New York Post yesterday? We're going to talk about it on this episode of the MC Too Tall Show.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about the gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
I'm MC Too Tall, the goth scene. It better bow to me. Conscious rappers need to crawl on their hands and knees beside me, especially if they're wearing dreadlocks and you're watching the MC Too Tall show. Have you seen the cover of the New York Post? It depicts a woman buying rather suspicious items from Home Depot. But before we get into that, let's talk about this for a hot minute. Friends, the threat of a deadly drone strike will soon be as much a reality as my tongue impaling your mother's starfish. Let's avoid at least one of these inevitabilities by getting an A3 drone detector by Zaruba. And you can check out the A3 and other fine products by Zaruba by going to their website, zaruba.tech. That's zaruba.tech. And you could tell him MC Too Tall sent ya. Now, let's talk about this jihadist. This isn't your normal jihadist. This is a fat, white, liberal woman dressed in radical Islamic garb. And she's at Home Depot, not buying dish soap, not buying laundry detergent, like a broad should be buying in order to do her womanly household chores, but rather to buy explosives to blow up the New York State Capitol, where state senators go and other state legislators go to hash out what the next laws are going to be for New York State. So, she's planning to blow up the state capitol. She gets caught. And why are these people's names either Jessica or Jennifer? Jessica Bowie. And judging by what she looks without the garb, she looks like she needs the garb because she looks like just another ugly bitch that I wouldn't put the pipe on. And let me tell you something. She is a radical. She has sympathy for terrorists. So much so, she's become a terrorist herself. And she got caught out there. The FBI caught her. And she will be serving time in jail. Jail, jail, jail. She should be in jail. And it's always the white liberal woman. Usually fat white liberal women with glasses. Which circles it right back to my old phrase, so many levels of hell, where belong the left? And yet, another crime because of the Democrats. But at least this one was foiled by the FBI. Now, I'm no fan of the FBI, but I do like the efforts that men like Cash Patel are making to clean up the FBI. and to crack down on liberal white women turned jihadists. And this needs to be looked into more because it goes beyond Jessica Bowie and it covers liberalism as a whole. As I said, everything left of center has been contaminated by the radical wing of the Democrat Party, to the point where the radical wing is not just some fringe group, but has become the standard of everything left of center. They've become the party of radical jihadists. They've become the party of a dangerous woke ideology. They've become the party of DEI. They've become the party of all these abominations of the earth. They may as well call themselves the Babylon Mother of Horrors Party. Because this is what we got going on, folks. This is what we got going on. Fat white chicks dressed up as radical jihadists going to Home Depot to buy all kinds of items that could be used to make explosives to blow up the New York State Capitol. And mind you, New York State is now being run by leftists. They're eating each other from within. But because there are still some normal people like myself living in New York, we have to suffer from their bickering, their civil war, and it's the supposed moderates' fault that this is happening because they let these radicals in and did not denounce them. Now they're denouncing them, but it's too late. You Chuck Schumers are part of the problem. You Hakeem Jeffries people are part of the problem. Oftentimes, you moderates have spouted the same radical rhetoric as the people you are labeling radicals. Another one who's guilty of that, and probably the most guilty of all of that, is Andrew Cuomo. And I will argue this till my dying day. The New York City we're looking at now under Zohar Mamdani is the same New York City we would have been looking at under Andrew Cuomo. The only way out of this was Curtis Sliwa, who I'm hoping sticks to his word because he said it and doesn't run again. Not because I don't want him as mayor, but because he opened his mouth and said, I will not run again. This is the last time I'm going to run. And, the best thing he could do is endorse a candidate that would push policies that he believes in, that most of us believe in. And let me tell you something. These jihadists don't like animals as pets. They don't believe in sharing their breakfast with their cat like I do. I often share my bacon with my cat Cosmo, who's sitting across the room right now, and he's a little bit too comfortable. I don't want to drag him up here and put him on camera. But you've seen me feed Cosmo bacon a couple of times on video on other social media platforms besides YouTube. But besides that, a lot of these jihadists don't believe in that. In fact, all these jihadists do not believe in that. You have jihadists walking up to innocent people, walking their dogs, and trying to assault the dog. It is unreal. It's unbelievable. And I say it again, so many levels of hell where belong the left. And crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. And this crime that was stopped was attempted because of the Democrats. The Democrats made people like this comfortable with doing things like this. They are radical scum of the earth, and the supposed moderates did nothing to stop it, and now they're bitching about it. Dare I say I told you so? So on to the I say respect God, watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Too Tall. You be safe out there. Get an A3.